Randy here from Restream, and in this video, we'll go over how you can upgrade your live stream webcam to a crisp 1080p or even 4K utilizing a DSLR or mirrorless camera. Specifically, we'll go over the equipment you need, the setup you'll be using, and finally putting it all together to use in Restream Studio or your own broadcasting software. So, let's dive right in. Let's start by talking about the equipment. For this video, we'll mainly focus on the Sony Z-V1, a compact yet extremely versatile camera that I'm actually using to record this video. However, you can use any DSLR or mirrorless camera in a similar way. Providing that your camera has an HDMI out, you'll be able to use it with the Elgato Cam Link. When using a DSLR or mirrorless camera, I also suggest you use a wide-angle lens. This way, your audience doesn't feel trapped within the frame, and instead gets a good sense of the environment that you're in. Now that you have the equipment you need, let's get some things set up. Here, we'll go over how you can set up the Sony Z-V1 and a DSLR camera via Cam Link. So let's get started with the Sony Z-V1, as it's the easiest. First, you'll want to turn on the camera and head into the camera settings. From here, head to this menu and select PC Remote function and make sure that's enabled. Now, we'll need to download the proper drivers for the camera to work. To do that, head over to imagingedge.sony.net and download the version you need for your computer. Keep in mind, you only need this software when you're using the Sony Z-V1, as the Elgato Cam Link doesn't need any additional software to work. Once this is installed, the final step is to take the cable they supplied you when you got the camera, plug one end into your computer and the other end into your camera. And that's it. Now you'll be able to use this camera as a webcam available to any app on your computer. Now, for a DSLR, we first need to get our Elgato Cam Link and plug it into our computer. The cool thing about Cam Link, as I mentioned before, is it works out of the box with most streaming software, including Restream Studio, so there's no need to download any drivers. Once it's plugged in, we'll go ahead and take our HDMI cable and plug it into the Cam Link and the other end directly into our DSLR or mirrorless camera. And that's it. Yes, using a DSLR or mirrorless camera is just as easy as using a webcam. Other than needing a camera that supports HDMI out, you can pretty much use this setup with any camera you want. Remember, the best camera is only as good as the lighting in the environment you intend to use it. So for this, we suggest investing into some key lights and a 3-point lighting setup. To learn more about that, click the card above. Now that everything's set up, let's begin by getting the camera into our streaming software. For this guide, we'll use Restream Studio, but this will work with almost any streaming software and pretty much just connects the way a normal webcam would. Let's get started by opening our browser and heading to Restream and entering the live studio. Once here, you'll want to click the gear icon at the bottom of the preview and select your new camera as a source. The Sony Z-V1 will show up as Sony Imaging Edge, but for the Cam Link, you can expect to see Elgato Cam Link. And that's it, your DSLR directly within Restream Studio. But that's not all. If you're on our professional plan or above, you have access to 1080p, which you should definitely be using now. To enable it, click that gear icon again and switch the video resolution to 1080p. And that's it. Now you know how to use your DSLR or mirrorless camera directly within Restream Studio or your streaming software. If you found this guide helpful, why not hit that like button down below? It helps us know what tutorials you like to see. And of course, you can suggest tutorials for us in the comment section below. As always, I've been Randy for Restream, and have yourself an excellent stream.